Hello and welcome to Planet Puppy's puppy training series here on Eukanuba TV. I'm Jim Piddock and this is Rodeo. Today we're going to talk about crate training and how it can help puppies overcome separation anxiety. Now, I have dog training expert and founder of the International Association of Canine Professionals, Martin Deely, here with me today to elaborate on the subject. And I'm extremely glad you're here, Martin, because I don't know the first thing about crate training.
It's a pleasure to be here, Jim. Anything I can do to help, you know that.
Now, Martin, what are some reasons for crate training your dog?
Well, you know, Jim, there are many reasons to crate train, but first and foremost, when you get a new puppy, potty training, housebreaking, that's the main one.
No kidding, how's that?
Well, the crate's your puppy's personal space. His natural instinct, if you like, is to tell him not to make a mess in it and just wait until it's time to come out. So he doesn't make a mess in his crate.
And compared to the alternative, I imagine that's a very good thing.
If you cleaned it once or twice, yes. One of the things that people tend to use it for, or I think it's used for sometimes, is correction. And it shouldn't be. This should be his nice little comfortable den, home.
Well, that makes sense. It's not a jail cell.
Not only that, but a crate provides a strong sense of security. It can minimize, if you like, separation anxiety because he feels confident in there. And one of the ways to do that is I often feed them in there. I put their meal in there.
Excellent. Now, how do I know what crate to get my puppy?
Well, there are a couple of different ones to choose from. We've got two here, as you can see. The wire mesh crate.
Yep.
Okay, and then we've got the closed crate here. Mm-hmm. Okay? This wire one here lets the dog see all around the room. Yep. Makes him feel part of the happenings. It's also, of course, a lot cooler.
Temperature-wise, I mean, not being hip.
Yeah, no.
What are some of the advantages of the plastic crates?
Well, one of the things about this, of course, is that you haven't got to worry about your dog really getting stuck through some of the bars. If it's in here, you should take his collar off, particularly, because it can do that. Or chewing on the bars, some dogs will mouth on it. But if you're taking your dog on an aeroplane, or maybe in your car and you take your dog for a swim and he shakes inside the car, this is ideal for that kind of thing. It makes travelling a lot easier.
Yeah, it definitely looks very convenient. And now this is the one, of course, for rodeo.
Yeah.
That's your one back there for later.
Yeah, this size is a big factor in choosing for your dog. Sometimes it's a good idea to get a large one and then you can section it off, but it's nice to have one in which the dog, it's large enough for him to turn around and lay down. It's comfortable.
And should I move the crate to my bedroom before we go to sleep? So, I mean, although I'll probably keep him awake with my snoring, but...
Well, you might find, in fact, that rodeo is as much of a snorer as you do. Dogs tend to do that. But sleeping with you, or near you, should I say, is going to be quite comfortable for him. It's going to give him a little bit more security, if you like.
Right.
Puppies, when they're very young, they get a little bit unsure themselves to come away from the litter, and those first 12 weeks can be important that he feels secure and next to you, smells you, lasts a lifetime.
I've got it. Now, this crate isn't going to make him feel confined then?
No, I think quite the contrary. If you look at his ancestor, the wolf, lived in a den. A dog actually needs a small place like this, something to call home.
So, my puppy is comfortable in his crate, let's say, but sometimes I'll hear him whining when I leave the room. What do I do then?
I think it's a little natural fear that the pack's leaving and he's not going with them. You'll leave and never return. And that can lead to separation anxiety. I think it goes back, as I say, to the genes and him wanting to follow a new pack leader. You're the pack leader.
So, I guess it's not as simple as just telling him.
In fact, you're quite right. The fact that telling him you're leaving and making a production of it can actually create problems. It can create separation anxiety. So the sooner he gets into the habit of being without you, the better. And be sure to build it up in small stages. So leave him for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just momentarily, then return, and then leave him again for longer periods, and then return. So he knows you're coming back.
Now, if he doesn't whine when I'm gone, should I reward him with a treat of any kind?
No. If you think about it, if you come back in and throw a treat to him or give him a treat, then he's going to get excited every time you come back. If you actually give him a reward when you come back, you're training him to get excited to see you. And it might backfire on you, and you might get separation anxiety even more over overexcitedness when you come back.
Boy, it's a whole psychology here, so I've got to play it cool when I return.
Exactly. I think ignore him when you leave him, and ignore him when you come back at start, just for a few minutes.
Not going to be easy.
No, it's not easy.
Martin, thank you again. Your advice is definitely going to take the anxiety out of both of our lives. Well, we've covered a lot in this episode, but have no fear. Let's review the Eukanuba 5 stars on the importance of crate training and overcoming puppy anxiety. 1. First and foremost, never use your puppy's crate as a form of punishment. 2. Make sure his crate is the perfect area. Literally, that's just big enough for him to turn around in and lay down comfortably. 3. When your puppy is near to you, it shows he's dear to you. So keep the crate by you, especially when it's bedtime. 4. Rather than leave your puppy alone for a long time immediately, do it gradually. Leave for increasingly longer periods of time, but always return. 5. When you return, try not to make a big deal about it. Crate training is a great way to manage potty training and curb separation anxiety. Follow these tips and your puppy will be well on his way to becoming a great dog. See you next time on the Puppy Training Series here on Eukanuba TV, dedicated to making a good dog great.